Today we will be making dairy-free butter mochi. Here is a quick tutorial of what you need and how to make it. First, be sure to wash your hands thoroughly with warm water and soap for 20 seconds. The CDC recommends these hand washing and hygiene guidelines in order to reduce the risk of contamination and foodborne illness. To get everything started, preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Next, we'll move on to the ingredients. First, we'll start off with 1.5 cups of coconut milk, 1.5 cups of a non-dairy milk of your choosing, 4 tablespoons of non-dairy butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 4 eggs, 1 cup of sugar, 1 pound of rice flour, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of shredded coconut, and sesame seeds as an optional ingredient to top the butter mochi right before baking. In this recipe, we will be using the muffin mixing method to make our batter, so we will mix the wet and dry ingredients separately. In a large mixing bowl, mix the wet ingredients and stir until combined. The liquid from the milk added in this step will evaporate into steam while baking and act as a physical leavening agent to give the mochi structure. In a separate bowl, whisk together all the dry ingredients except for the sesame seeds and the shredded coconut. To continue our muffin mixing method, add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients and mix them together until the batter is lumpy and wet. After the rest of the ingredients have been combined, stir in the shredded coconut. When you have mixed all of your ingredients into a cohesive batter, pour the batter into a 9x13 baking pan. Once your batter has been poured into your baking pan, sprinkle sesame seeds along the top of the batter. This step is of course optional, but it definitely makes the mochi more aesthetically pleasing. Once the oven has finished preheating, place the mochi inside for 50 minutes to bake. Through convection, the hot air current inside the oven is baking the mochi. Moreover, the heat coming from the hot pan is directly baking the mochi through conduction. After 50 minutes of baking, the mochi should be golden and slightly firm, but still have some rebound when you gently press the top. It should be soft and squishy. Allow the mochi to cool for about 15 minutes before slicing and serving. This will make it easier to cut. As far as plating goes, butter mochi is best eaten warm. Mochi is a TCS food, which means it needs time and temperature control to be consumed safely. Do not leave it out in bright sunlight or heat for an extended period of time longer than 2 hours, as this will allow harmful bacteria to grow in the mochi. For proper storage, make sure to cool the mochi completely before storing it in an airtight container in the refrigerator. Eat within 4 to 5 days.